lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman, and that's my dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bad mind, the devil made me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined, I am not confined to any wicked system that these demons have designed. They frame a mind and have you salty as a bacon rind. I'm trying to mastermind how to help out humankind. I'm open mind, but I do not rock with none aligned. My state of mind is to keep a peace for peace of mind. I'm like Malcolm with my piece at the Venetian blinds. I'm trying to manifest some things in my subconscious mind that I have only seen in dreams in my unconscious mind. My dreams unrefined, swing the mind, a state of mind that make it seem this lucky life of mine is pre-designed. And if it is, then thank the Lord, cause that's the mastermind. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw there complete to Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Pick up a 15 yards there, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, and the ball should be there. And then they can do some work afterwards.
First down. Here's Burrow. On the screen, this is Eckler. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Eckler. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Try to punch it in with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. Right side caught by Jackson. And some room to maneuver. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Deshaun Jackson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
Running on first down, Eckler. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. These two teams all tied after one. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. On third down, Burrow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw with Carr. And it'll be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the football back at their own 17. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 19...
And he spins past him and into space. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play there on the catch and run.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
From midfield now, Burrow. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And that'll be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Chargers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Chargers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr now to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself, a little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big game and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Carr going to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 2nd and 7, Carr caught by Nelson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Carr. And able to complete it to Moreau. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Here's Jacobs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They go with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Here's the all-pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Not much there, only a yard. Now it's 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Allen. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. Raiders add 6 to their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Burrow's throw into the hands of his receiver, Guyton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Burrow will throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work.
This is caught at the 20. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. It's a big play there for Vegas. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This defense better wake up. 2 plays on this drive, and they're already right here.
So far, they've had no answers. So right now, if I'm calling defenses, I'm thinking about how do I free up my best player, my best tackler, and try and create a big play to stop some of this momentum.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Carr now on 3rd and goal. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Thorle, that got in there to bring him down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Burrow. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And my goodness, another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Raiders. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's caught. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now it's Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now here is another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play there on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Jacobs again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Andre Roberts now to return it. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Boy, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards. It's Eckler again. Now room for Eckler. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 104 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang. A handoff, it's Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they go play action now. Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, young quarterback Charles rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Jacobs. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. 93. On play action, now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's Drake one more time on 2nd down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. The 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And now here's another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Raidersons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there, and gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't, And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Raiders have got him. Yannick Ngakoue able to get him for a loss of about 3. 13 yards remaining on second down. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style.